Could this be, and I know this is a stretch, but could this be my office? There's no bodies in here. It's actually kind of clean compared to all the other places we've been. So he just comes out to scare me, and then he leaves me. Just like my ex. I know Ollie said something about Catnap toying with people, but that would have been the perfect time to actually kill me. Do I just leave the counselor's office? Seems so.
Something's gone wrong. Grab the cord from the counselor's office and plug it in underneath the statue. We need to reach 100%. Good luck.
Please stay in your beds following lights out protocol. Or else Catnap will get you, I'm sure.
It looks like we're a tiny bit short. I'm sending one last key. Poppy used it when you met up with her earlier to activate the skylights. Go back over there and find the cord. Then we'll have enough power.
Okay. Poppy's Skydome key. So Poppy sent you the key then? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's easy for her to find one of those pipes and send him the key and everything.
Okay, that should be enough power. Now take that huge battery to the gas production zone so we can get out of here.
Oh, damn.
It's the door by the cable car you arrived on. Good luck.
I'm still not 100% convinced about Poppy and Ollie here. I feel like they're just using me as a tool for something else. It's just crazy that Ollie's been down here this entire time, hasn't explained where he came from. Well, there's the big old battery. Oh, hello, Catnap. Run where? Oh, he big. He looks completely different now. He looks extremely malnourished. Before he was like this big purple puffy doll-like creature, and now he's just gray and skeletal looking. Ooh, what is going on with my frame rate here? Okay, we are deep in the red smoke here. But why is the red smoke not affecting me this time? Why don't I need the gas mask? Actually, I can't even put on the gas mask now. Does this mean I'm still in the counselor's office having a siesta? It's just a little bit strange that the smoke would not be affecting me here of all places.
I hope this is coming through. There's no time to waste. Catnap is on his way. The room you're in used to be a sort of panic room. It's not what it used to be, but it can protect you. Learn how it works. Try putting the batteries in the different glowing spots.
Glowing spots.
Okay. Now, in between the hallways, there's the
Oh, I need a battery in that to power it. Okay. Go up here first. Then I can grab the power.
Good. If you see Catnap, use those. You're probably gonna hallucinate a bit. It'll be hard to tell what's real and what's fake. Try using your flares on Catnap to make sure he's real. He's almost there. There might be a way to kill him if you can hold out. Do you see that computer terminal? Progressively use the batteries to fill the surrounding slots. Please, don't die.
Yeah, it'd be a real shame if your major tool happened to die on you. Right, Poppy? Okay, I see. It's like a little defense game. And I'm assuming the steam is going to stay here until I take the battery out. Oh, this just takes off the lights? I don't think I really need lights, honestly. Maybe I should put one of these batteries in here, though, for the time being. So if I have two of these going, I have two areas blocked off. I only need to worry about this area and that area. I just need to get in the habit of hitting this just at the right time so I'm not too slow. It takes a couple seconds to pull off. Alright, enough worrying about everything. Let's just go ahead and do this. Oh, he's definitely real. Gotta hurry, gotta hurry. Alright, the trick is just not to panic. The game gives you a pretty decent amount of time to activate this. I can already tell that's gonna be his favorite spot to try and ambush me, though. Get out of here. So far, so good. Okay, was he supposed to come out of there? I need another battery. We're gonna have to sacrifice this one. Oh, now you come through the vent. Nice try. You just love using the vents, don't you? Get out of here. Need another battery? All right. No area is safe now. Why was my camera like that? Get out of here, Catnap. Freaking weirdo. Only 12 more seconds. This is it. What do I do with this? That didn't even kill him. That just hurt him. Good thing the prototype's here. Well, that was a great use of imagery right there. It looked like Catnap was ascending to the heavens with that glowing light. I lost my hand, but I have others. That was actually a pretty easy fight. I think I got lucky there. Guess I just leave. So the one time Catnap goes out of his way to actually try to kill me, the prototype arrives and then kills him? It's kind of like the same situation with Mommy Longlegs, except he arrived just to take her body away. Here he killed Catnap and then took his body away.
Wow, you did it! You must feel pretty good. With Catnap dead, you're one big step closer to the prototype. One step closer to winning. You've made your choice. You're staying to help Poppy. Well, finish the job. This win is yours.
It feels just weird with Ollie here. There's just no explanation. Why is the battery not going in there? Okay, there we go. What am I missing? Oh, right. I don't know, man. It just does not feel right with Ollie saying all this. With Catnap dead, you're one step closer to the prototype. What if the prototype's the one who's actually keeping all of these crazy monsters imprisoned here? What if the prototype's like that last line of defense from keeping these toys from escaping, preventing them from going out and killing all these people?
Good, you're here. And you've done it again. The impossible. Just like I knew you would. Catnap's gone. The red smoke is diverted. Everything is falling into place thanks to you.
What is this, a Fallout vault?
Going. Then you deserve to have the truth. You came back because of your coworkers. You want to know what happened and why. This is your answer. We called it the Hour of Joy.
The Hour of Joy. This confirms my suspicion from earlier. The Hour of Joy is just when all of the toys and experiments went crazy. And that explains why we see so many blood splatters on the ground, but no bodies. I don't know which death is worse. Oh man, that's a nightmare, being chased by an army of Mrs. Delight. Yep, and there's Catnap having the time of his life. That is so many bodies. There's just so many employees that every step you take, there'd be a body if they got all killed.
I remember hearing every moment of it. It went on so long, so agonizingly long. They tried to hide, to run, anything to stay alive. I remember their cries. What's going on? Why is this happening? What are those things? Senseless slaughter, that's all it really was. They killed everyone. The guilty, the innocent, didn't matter. All of that death didn't fix anything. And then, once it was all over, they dragged those corpses down below where they'd never be found. And they ate the bodies to stay alive. Prototype has to die for this, for everything. Soon as we reach the bottom, we'll send the lift back up. Just hold tight, okay? After you.
So, question. What did you eat to survive since you've been imprisoned down here for so long, Poppy? What did you eat to survive, Kissy Missy? Or Ollie? Did you also eat the dead bodies? Because it seems like all of the animated toys have to survive on a food source. So, I'm just saying, I don't entirely trust you. And this is just crazy. We're just going deeper and deeper into this facility. Like, this looks like a vault out of Fallout.
All right. Once we hit the ground, we need to be cautious. There's something... What? What's she doing? No! No! We're coming! Just hold on!
What do you expect us to do, Poppy?
Go faster! Easy!
Oh no, Kissy's dead! Oh no, that's the end of Poppy Chapter 3! Another cliffhanger! So once we reach the bottom, there's going to be another obstacle in our way. I thought Catnap was the last obstacle. So there's going to be another thing protecting the prototype. But what attacked Kissy Missy? Was it the prototype that attacked Kissy Missy? I don't think so. The prototype only shows itself when the other animated toys are dead or injured, like with what we saw with Catnap and Mommy Longlegs. So could it be that Catnap was reanimated and the prototype sent him right back out, hoping to catch us before we got to the elevator? Or maybe Huggy Wuggy didn't die and he's returning for revenge, attacking Kissy. But man, what about Ollie though? Personally, I feel like Ollie just doesn't exist. I think Ollie is either the prototype, Poppy, or something else, faking the voice of a child, further luring us into a false sense of safety and manipulating us into furthering Poppy's goals. Because remember back in one of the chapters, I believe it was chapter 2, there was a video on the prototype and the doctor was talking about how he learns something new every time he cuts, stabs, and burns away at the prototype's body. And the prototype responded with, they too are also learning something new. And think about it, there's a whole orphanage in the facility. It would be so easy for the prototype to look at the kids and start mimicking their voice patterns to create his own. Man, I don't know. I just feel like Ollie should have at least mentioned something about his connections to the orphanage. He just appears out of nowhere, calling us on the phone saying, hey, he just doesn't want us to die. He doesn't want to see any more people die in this place. It seems like Catnap, the prototype, those tiny little monsters are really good at hunting down people. Look what happened to Dog Day. It's a little hard to believe that a kid managed to sneak past Mommy Longlegs and Huggy Wuggy and make his way all the way down into Playcare. So it's kind of strange that Ollie's been surviving this whole entire time and no one's found him. He must have a really good hiding spot. Or there's something more sinister about him that we don't know yet. Remember, Poppy said something about all of these crazy toys eating the bodies of these employees. But what the heck has Poppy and Ollie and Kissy Missy been surviving on? Are they too eating the dead bodies? Kissy Missy. I think she's just an innocent party involved in all this. She was staring at a photo of a little girl in Home Sweet Home, and next to her it said best friends forever, so it very well could be that Kissy Missy has just stayed behind trying to look for a friend or trying to free her. As for Poppy, about the same boat as how I feel about Ollie. We open the cage and free her, then we get knocked out because I think there was some catnap gas in her little cage. Which, now that I think about catnap's gas, we don't know exactly how long it knocks you out. For all we know, we could still be all the way back at the top of the facility in Chapter 1, still sleeping in front of her cage. Or we could be in Playcare still at the counselor's office. Who knows? I 99% trust her, but there's that 1% that just doesn't sit right. It just feels weird that her whole narrative changes from getting us to escape to trying to kill the prototype. In fact, she really pushes for us to kill the prototype because she starts off by telling us to kill the prototype and then save everybody. Like, who's there to save? We just saw the Hour of Joy. All the employees are dead. So are the orphans still alive somewhere? Also, whose soul is possessing the tiny toys in the counselor's office where Catnap was hunting down after they fell asleep from the red smoke? Did they kill the employees and then put their souls in the toys and then kill them again? Double death? Is there a faction of good toys versus bad toys? Or maybe what we saw in the counselor's office of the toy falling asleep from the smoke and Catnap picking up the body? What if Catnap was actually saving that doll? Or maybe I'm just overthinking things and Poppy really does have good intentions and just wants to kill the prototype to end some sort of nightmare. I will say, though, that I really enjoyed this chapter. We are just now starting to approach the territory where the puzzles are becoming a little bit repetitive because you're kind of doing the same kind of puzzles. Find the batteries, put it in the slot, use your hand to wrap it around a couple power cords, and then hit the switch. And yeah, it's fine. It's just I would like to see something new in the final chapter. I'm not saying you can't reuse some of the puzzles. I'm just saying I would like to see something new. Maybe just like a swinging puzzle or something like that. Catnap, though? Man, I gotta say, I'm a little bit disappointed with him. Don't get me wrong, the design of Catnap is amazing, as well as the other Playtime critters, but I wish that he would attack us more often and not wait till the end of the chapter to have this grand fight. There were 2 times where we were knocked out from his red smoke and he could have gotten us there, but instead we just hallucinated and then he told us to leave. Ollie was telling us time and time again, you gotta watch out for Catnap. He stalks you from the shadows. Playcare is his whole playground and he only attacks us when we're at like the little maintenance area to move the smoke. I would have liked at some point during the chapter for him to make an appearance. Maybe not his whole entire revelation of his malnourished and bony body, but maybe some point where he's chasing us or we have to do a puzzle to escape him. Like, it would have been cool just to be attacked from him. During the entire chapter, whenever I would go to a new building, my guard was up. I was expecting him to do something and he just didn't. He was certainly following us and stalking us, but he kind of didn't really do much. And finally, what is with the elevator that we got on with Poppy at the end of the chapter? It looks like it's an underground bunker that we're descending into. So Playcare wasn't even the deepest part of the facility, even though we know when we're walking around through like the maintenance tunnels, there's a huge underground cave system. And at the end of the chapter, we're going even deeper. Like how deep does this facility go, man? And while we know that the prototype awaits us down there, Poppy said that there's another thing down there that we have to watch out for. It wouldn't make sense for them to introduce another random monster after Poppy said that Catnap was the last obstacle. So it's probably a bunch of security systems meant to keep people out and keep the prototype in. But if there is a monster down there, then Could be that Poppy has been lying to us the whole time. Honestly, I just don't know. I'm kind of rambling here at this point, just spitting out what I've thought about all these chapters up until this point. But what I do know is that's going to do it for this episode today, everybody. I really appreciate you all joining me on this adventure through Poppy Playtime, and I look forward to playing through Chapter 4 with all of you once it gets released. And I truly hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed playing it. This has been Pazikal. Take care, everybody.